I just found $50 literally in my jeans. Fall that hard, wait. And then put the jack in it. What did I just sit on? Lift that side. Oh, that's so heavy. Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah. No, I'm not ready.
If you can get the jack under it, that'll...
Okay.
So the whole thing has to slide down toward you.
It's not very balanced.
Now, jack it up.
I'm gonna jack you up, motherfucker!
Alright, stop there. Right.
Okay.
Forward just a tiny bit.
I don't have much jacking space. I will use my own strength. Give me crowbar. Oh, there's nothing to press.
No, press it against the dip. So they pull them away from each other.
Do that. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh shit.
Oh, we just cleared the exhaust. We're good. Yeah. Wait.
Pressing against the frame now. That's rain. Real rain. Oh, we're just wedged. Okay.
There we go. Okay, so the new diff is in. It's not going anywhere. It's back in the power plant frame. The ears are bolted up. It just needs its axles and the drive shaft. Well, we got to rebuild the whole ends here that we took apart, but then it's good to drive. Everything is working. Very concerning because something is going to go catastrophically wrong. That's what that means. Matt has to leave, and it started raining again. What's the weather for tomorrow morning?
Looks nice.
So
It's cloudy, 0% chance of rain, 75.
Maybe I'll just do the drive shaft and the axles because they're kind of easy to get back in. Just so I can fill this with oil and then close it up. We'll rebuild the rest of the hub assemblies in the morning and take it for a test drive then.
Perfect.
Well, that's nice. Cool. Alright. I'm going to try to finish up some of this. So I'm going to put the new drive shaft in. Rain stopped, but everything is still wet under here. Okay. Missing two of these nuts. I might just be laying on them though, if I'm being honest. Kind of boring on my own, I know. Yeah, there's one right there. Oh, son of a bitch. Forgot the washer. There you are. Okay, so these are really suspiciously small bolts holding the drive shaft in. They are, I think, 12 millimeter, and they're only torqued down to I think 20 foot-pounds. I think the spark plugs are like 10 to 15, so it's not really much at all. I'm just gonna kind of hand tighten them. Pretty sure hand tight with some oomph should be pretty close. It's on. And that is the drive shaft installed. Your next job is the axles. There's not really a good way to see everything that's going on here. That's the best you're gonna get, because I gotta do everything here. Axle goes back in, obviously, like this. You have to grease the splines here with a specific grease. This evidently is that specific grease. So I'm gonna do that. Wiped it down, I got a fresh pair of gloves. We're only getting grease on it. Make sure it's even all the way around. Make sure there's not too much on there. There's a seal around the edge of this. So I'm gonna put some oil on that, because that's what the shop manual says to do. So. That was scary. So I got like the tiniest hole in here. So you just put some on the glove. The little ring on that. And that can cut into the seal if you're banging around too much. So make sure we're extra careful to get that in straight. And so then like this one. Oh, that doesn't want to do anything, does it? Why? Might have been the jankiest thing I've ever done. And I know I say that every fucking episode, but that one might actually take the cake. No, but it worked. I have to drive a half hour away to get 2 new axle nuts. And I'm also gonna pick up a caliper and new rotors and pads because I need those. The 1.8 LSDs with the half shafts and early, I think up to 95 or 96, I couldn't figure out the exact year, use the same size nut on the end of the axles. The later model years switched to a slightly larger. My nuts are don't joke about that. The ones I have are an M20 1.5, and the axles that I got were off of a 2000, and they take an M22 1.5. So I have to get new ones. There's not any at any auto parts store for the Miata for that model year. However, I did find a different M22 1.5 axle nut that just not listed as being for that car. Should probably work, so I have to go to 2 different auto parts stores. They each only had one of the bolts, or one of the nuts in stock. But it's Sunday. The parkway is basically stop and go. So there's so much traffic of everyone going back to New York and wherever they come from. And 2 hours later, I got the parts I need, specifically this one, which does fit on here. So I'm gonna do the brakes, and then I'm gonna get those on, and then I can put the wheels on, and we can try to drive it. Kill.
Oh yeah, they have impact ends on them.
That's beautiful. And crack the rim. Well, I guess I don't want to say rim because Chris will yell at me about that. Rim is what you throw a basketball into. This is bent from when this caliper bolt backed out and the caliper wedged itself against the wheel and cracked the wheel. So I can't bang this back into place because it's cast iron and it doesn't want to move. So what we're going to try to do instead is to just drill this hole a little bit bigger, and in doing so, hopefully be able to get both of these bolts to come out relatively parallel, and then hopefully just tighten them down extra good, and that'll keep it all together.
Did we try heating it up and hitting it?
Oh yeah, we tried heating it up and hitting it. We know it won't bend back because we tried to bend it back.
Okay, just checking.
And that's far too loud to film. I actually used hearing protection that time.
Oh, nice. Safety third.
Yeah. Getting this back into the lower control arm is not fun though. It's actually much easier than it's been every other time I've done it.
That doesn't seem super safe.
What?
No shoes in the garage.
Not one of my best ideas. It's really hot and my shoes are already covered in gear oil now, so. I was also knocking the studs back out when I was hitting that. See?
Wow.
They're gonna have to just cinch back up.
Yeah, they're gonna need to get real tight again.
I'm actually gonna do that real quick.
There's one on the other side. One of your sockets, it's on the other.
Like, on the car?
Yeah.
I left it there?
Yeah.
I was wondering where I left that. That's pulling them in though. I don't know what's crazy about that sound.
Gotta keep those drill bits cool.
These are impact rated, right? Yeah. Okay.
Now a piece of hot metal has hit me in the leg.
Oh, it's getting through there though. Ooh, hot metal on my leg.
Yeah, hurt, right?
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. That frightens me that just ate through cast iron.
Yeah. Thank you, Milwaukee. I bought this on sale for $20 at Home Depot.
Ah, boy.
Things
Yeah,
have
no.
not gone well.
This is a bit of an issue. Ooh. And
There you go. Is that a new caliper?
this is a new caliper because the other one was
It's good looking.
very messed up.
Look at those tiny little brake pads. It's adorable.
The top one's threading. Pretty sweet baby jeepus. That it's threads.
Did it grab?
It's still a little wonky, but I think we might be able to get it to grab it from here. A lot of finagling going on.
Oh, I should have brought my mirror.
I have a little mirror, but
Oh, did you?
yeah, I just get confused by it. I can only like diagnose things with the little mirrors.
Yeah.
I can't like try to see what I'm doing through them.
Is this brake fluid on the ground here?
No, it's all the lubricant we just sprayed.
Oh, right. Alright, so while Steve fixed the back, I put the new taillight in. So now we have 2 taillights.
And we have the caliper back on. I'm pretty sure the top bolt's cross-threaded, but it's on. It's being held by both. So even if it's permanently stuck there, it's not going to break the wheel again. It's not going to grind down the rotor and the caliper itself. It's not going to be dangerous to drive. And then in the future, I'll just buy a new knuckle assembly. It's called the upright or the knuckle. I'm pretty sure upright's the actual name for it, and knuckle's like a layman term for this whole area or something. I'm not entirely sure. I can't really find just the upright without the hub, and that's like $100 and something. I didn't really feel like spending that and waiting for it, so we got it so that it's in a drivable condition. And even if we totally screw up the upright, the alternative was buy a new one. So we got it on, and then buy a new one will be later down the road.
Cross-threading, nature's Loctite.
It is nature's Loctite, correct. Just like dead skin is nature's shoes, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's a gross analogy. You can get those cheese grater looking things and shave it off though.
That's more gross, I think.
Cheese grating your own skin. Wow, this looks insanely not safe. Is this what you were using under there?
Yes.
Safety. There.
And whenever gets the job done.
Alright man, if it works, it ain't stupid.
I feel like that's everything I do, except it's still stupid. It's stupid if it works. Except what you just did is still stupid.
Let's put a wheel on and do some
exciting
donuts.
part. No, not yet.
Oh, it's time to use the world's largest breaker bar?
Yes.
Nice.
This thing, I feel like I've already explained several times, but I hate everything about this. And I need to buy a new socket for it because this one's 32 millimeters. To be fair, even if it was off of the right car, it's off the 2000 Miata. So even if I got the one off the 2000 Miata, that's also a different socket size. But that's on as much as it's going to be with that. Let's fuck up those some more.
Fuck those threads, right?
Yeah. No, I did it. I did it wrong.
Everything about this screams safety.
But I figured I weigh 130 pounds, 35-ish.
Break down the math for us.
This is 1.5 foot breaker bar, right? So what's half of 135?
116?
No, half of 135.
Oh. I don't know how to count.
It's like 65-ish.
65 and a quarter?
See, it's like closer to 68, but let's just say 65 makes math easy. And that puts
Math
us
is never easy.
at around 200.
Okay.
So if I stand at the very edge of this, that's 200 foot-pounds. And if I give it a little,
Foot-pounds.
if I give it a little, that should be 200 foot-pounds.
This is terrible science.
It is science, though, at least. Just until it, like, makes a noise. And I think that's sufficient. We'll get Matt to get his torque wrench out. And,
One of these days.
yeah, one of these days when it feels like helping us with something, we'll get it actually measured and torqued to spec. I mean, it might be torqued to spec, but we'll know for sure whether or not it's torqued to spec. Oh, we gotta bleed the brake. This
You know what's really annoying is the sun gets super bright and then I got to adjust for it.
Just put it on auto.
The hood cable snapped?
Why does the world hate you?
The world doesn't hate you, this Miata does.
You don't get to die. That's not how this works. Not today. Why can't it just be one problem at a time? Why can't this happen after this problem's done? Now I can't bleed the bricks.
Alright, we got this shit open. Is it gonna touch? Is it gonna touch? Is it? Yeah, it touches. How do we adjust this seat?
There's a lever under it and a lever on the left side. That's the horn.
Okay, if I put the seat all the way back, I almost fit. Okay, I fit. If we took the doors off like a Jeep, I would definitely fit. Let's weld up some cage doors.
I would love that.
Hello, Jeep. I love you.
I'm just fucking stupid. I'm looking for a yellow bottle and it's a black one.
Drink a little, make sure it's brake fluid. Don't
Yeah,
do that. Vroom vroom.
Did I leave the 8mm in there?
Yeah, I'm sitting on it currently.
Yeah, can I have that?
8 mil.
Gracias.
So later when it drives, you have footage for down here.
When I drive, that's funny. Alright. Let's say that one's pretty bled. On. Alright. They really didn't need to be bled that much.
No.
Hopefully this one. Oh, I am good at what I do sometimes. This side we got new rotors, new pads, calipers back on, the new axles in, got a new axle nut on. I think that's it. Everything that we touched is tightened back down, as far as I can tell. And now what we have to do is we have to take this little tab here. So we gotta tap that back in so it can't back out.
I'm sure there's a way to do it properly.
Oh yeah, we're just using a screwdriver and a hammer. Which honestly, like, it works pretty well. You're supposed to use like a punch or a chisel or something, which is basically the same thing. The other side, we got the new caliper on, cross-threaded probably, but it's on. Diff's in, drive shaft's in, brakes are bled, so we just gotta get some wheels on it. We can try to drive it.
Do some burnouts?
Yeah, I hope there's not any leaks.
We'll find out.
Let's get some wheels.
I think I'm sitting on one.
Not the one I need.
Cool. Oh, we're putting the NA wheels back on?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I like the NA wheels better.
Me too.
They're also smaller and lighter. Yeah. Oh, we got a spider bro in here.
What kind of spider is it? Does he look angry?
A little one. He got a fat butt.
Is it a black widow?
No. He's like whitish with black spots. We got any like, what's the term for?
Yeah, what are spider doctors called?
My spider is sick. he keeps peeking out to see what's going on out here.
Oh, you just picked up his house.
I did do that, didn't I?
I think this is, even though one of the largest projects we've ever done, this is one of the jankiest also.
Yeah. That might be the dust shield.
Yeah?
Making that noise.
Move your head to the side a little.
This side?
Other side.
This side?
Yeah, there. Now you can see the Jeep. Ooh. Look at that Jeep.
Alright. Let's get the jack. You want to pull out those, that rotor and then... Listen, I always pull it out.
Don't really need this wood.
I'm really concerned that like, I forgot something. Like,
We will find out very soon. Did you just pinch yourself?
yeah.
Ooh, you okay?
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice big blood blister.
Yeah. I got a couple of those already.
Did you work on your car if you didn't? I mean, that's like the international symbol for I've been working on my car. Blood blisters. Check out all the massive blood blisters. Look at that thing. Look at that happy little Miata grill. That car's happy to be alive again.
We did it! Let's go find some dirt roads.
No. Yeah, I do. I still don't fit. Should I put a seatbelt on?
Yeah. Well, most definitely.
Okay, hang on. It moves.
It moves. We're gonna take it a little easy at first. Ooh, I miss this so much, man. Yeah, brakes are a little
tight.
Yeah.
That's good though.
The clutch is still slipping a little bit. Yes. Nothing sounds funny. I'm not getting any weird noises coming from the back.
Certified driveway mechanics.
Yeah. Everything I've learned about cars, I've Googled out of necessity. And clutch is next.
It backfired a little.
Ooh. It does a little bit. Right in the 3,000 to 4,000 range, it does that.
I like that a lot. We
Yeah.
need a GoPro on that. Let's see if it shoots flames.
It doesn't shoot flames there. But
Sad. We'll go into the dirt over there. Get a little bit of slippage going on.
I do want to kind of like give it a little slide though.
Go up over here. What's going down that road?
Just to get a sense of how it's going to give out because I'm used to the open diff now.
Give it a good spin right here.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was incredible.
That's really nice. Oh, once I get a new clutch in this thing, oh boy.
That was awesome. That was buttery smooth.
Yeah.
Yo, you're Ken Block now.
I am Ken Block.
You just...
I can only give it like a quarter throttle. Like,
With the clutch?
yeah.
Wow.
Like you feel it give out there. Like
Yeah.
if you watch the revs, you can see where the clutch gives. But like, right around that 4,000 mark, it just disappears. And then like, it just immediately gives out. So that was next on the list, but then it got rear-ended and the diff exploded. Now we have an LSD, so.
I can't believe it works.
I mean, that was way more than I was comfortable giving it for a first test run. And
Yeah, first test run. Let's go slide it around.
yeah. I also forgot how loud this thing is.
It's a loud car.
Yeah.
I like the sound of this car. There's a little bit of rice, but
There is,
but
but
not
like,
too much rice.
It's not pretending to be something it's not, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's a little bit of rice, but it's a 1.6.
It's letting the world
Yeah.
know how small it is.
Yeah. It's like a little kid that like is saying like, I'm a race car driver, I'm a race car driver.
It's Ricky Bobby when he's a kid saying, I want to go fast.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I'm so fucking happy.
We got to work in Miata.
We do. Until next time.